Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be my showcase of Fenix, hybrid Luchador. He's a defensive, a defensive modern era acrobat. Of course, I know tons of you have an issue with acrobat defensive shards, so a lot of you, if you get him, won't even be able to evolve him right away. We got like Jacob, Tiffany, Lyra. I know I'm leaving him out. It seems like all of the good acrobats are defensive, and the shards are super hard to get for him because it's mostly S tier acrobats. And then Hurricane, if he randomly shows up in your boss battle store, which we haven't had as much boss lately, actually. So there's that. He has the Mexico Link, any color moves start with 2 more MP. SmackDown Link, any color moves start with 1 more MP. Modern era gems do 5% more damage. And the stock hybrid Luchador gear. He's a coach, and he's a great one. At 6-star gold, moves and gems, traps, countdown, juggernauts that cause bleed will deal 100% more bleed. What else? Well, more on that in a second and why I think it's great. Other than that, he does not have hot tag, so no hot tag on him, so no need to worry about that. And yeah, let's talk about the bleed trainer situation. So, why do I say he's great? So here's a really good example. Because he works on all types of gems, it makes a huge difference. So this is the Great Dudenator's build that does 100 million unblockable bleed damage unless you have an anti-bleed strap, before adding Fenix. So you do 7 juggernauts at 14.6 million. It's 102.2 million unblockable damage. Pretty dang good, right? But it's even better if you have Fenix. Now you're doing 6 juggernauts at 21.1 million damage for a total of 126.6 million unblockable bleed damage, again, unless they have an anti-bleed strap. So in the case of the Dudenator, Fenix as one single coach is a 20 million damage difference over the next best option. That is significant, and he works on all types of bleed in the game, so he's always going to be useful. He is an upgraded version of Woods. Woods does the same thing, but at a 50% clip. He does it at a 100% clip. So yes, in my opinion, he is a great coach, and that's the primary thing I'm looking at when I look at him, because that has long-term longevity on my roster. So, yeah, with that being said, we're going to start off with this first moveset. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm going to show it anyway. So let's do that. 5 MP guillotine color sub, choose 8 gems to make into blue submission gems, 430k damage 3 turns. Remaining turn into 1 turn countdown gems that deal 450k damage, increase your blue gem damage by 25% for 1 turn. It's not really that exciting. Phoenix Driver, 5 MP, 886k damage, 35 random into Snowfall gems, modify all gems below it into blue, then deal 1.15 million damage, increase your blue gem damage by 110% for 1 turn. Not a huge gem buff, but it is a gem buff. And then Black Fire Driver, 10 MP finisher, 1.85 mil damage, make 45 snowfalls into blue, pin the opponent. If the opponent generated at least 1 trap gem, it's a reversal. You steal their trap gems, turn them into snowfall, and deal 1 million damage. So just reverses traps. It's okay. Not crazy. So the one thing I will say to start off, we have almost no plates for snowfall. We have one, I think only one, which is the Miz headband, which is just for red gems. So there's no plate options with snowfall, no anniversary type of thing or anything like that. So unless they add them in the future, which I don't know, they might, but at the time of this they didn't, that's going to hurt it a little bit. This build set, obviously you can use sub plates. I'm not going to waste my time with that personally, but if you want to know what, it will increase it. All right, let's go. Triple blue, here we go. Oh, I didn't say the trainers. So Lawler is 4 blue MP. He gets you started in feud, all those other stuff, +1 with your turn. Julius is 60% blue gem damage, other stuff too, but we only care about that. 40 blue on Zombie Gunther, and then 40 universal rainbow gem damage on Austin there, Stunning Steve. So now there's a few ways you can do this, really. You You could put the snowfalls out, do like a 3-match around where the snowfalls land, have them cascade and fill it that way, and then put the snowfalls out again and maybe get more damage, but then you also potentially risk losing your countdown gem, so whatever, I'm not going to do that. But know that you can. You just looking to charge the finisher off of this, so because you're starting with 4 or 5 MP, and you're going to need 5 more MP, and 1 on your turn, you're going to need 4. So making a row break is enough. But we can place 2 gems and get a wild card, and that would have the finisher charged up. So that's good. But we're going to lose probably some of these countdowns, very likely, right? So let's see what happens. And either way, they're only adding 25% gem damage, which is not outrageous by any stretch of the imagination. We kept most of them, so that was great. And it looks like we kept 6. So, you know, blue gems at 699k. Let's throw our snowfalls out. Now they're at 1 million per blue gem. Let's see what happens. We kept a lot of snowfalls, so this is a very good board. They're actually all at the top, so it's a very, very good board. 56 million. Very difficult to replicate, I will say. That for me has hit anywhere from as low as 30, sorry if I said 56k, as low as 30 million, and that was by far the highest at 56 million. Yes, you can add a blue Royal Rumble to that, but I'm not going to do that on the sub either. So those are things you can do. Let's move on. Triple red, this one gets more interesting. You can't, I don't think you can reliably 2-click this, which would make it very cool. It's an unblockable build, but you do have to choose some gems. So it's not my normal playstyle, but I'll throw it on there because it does give you a very strong unblockable build, okay? Very strong, actually. So, Tilt-A-Whirl Head Scissor, 5 MP, 783k damage, choose 6 gems to make into reds. Rope Run Kick, 5 MP red, 278k damage. Sorry. Need commas, 2.7 million damage, I think that says. Yes, it does. And make 48 random gems into cross breaks. And then Finisher, deal 1.75 mil damage plus 500k bonus damage for every cross break gem and pin the opponent, then make 45 cross breaks into red. So for this one, we are running with, let's get the trainers up here. Boom. Butch for 4 red MP. And then we have Kyrie for 2. That gives us 6. Our turn gets us 7, so we'll need a 3-match to load the finisher. Plus, cross breaks do more damage by 50%, and she generates more cross breaks. So the whole board will be cross breaks. We're using a Titan Andre for 100% cross break damage, and then Turtle Woods for 60% cross break. That brings us up to 1.55 million per cross break, and we have 49. So 49 times 1.55 mil is 75.95, 76 million unblockable damage from the countdowns there, right? So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. I mean, really what we care about is the unblockable. So you need to make a red 3-match first. Then you'd be able to chuck out your cross breaks. And now we're going to do 76 million damage plus whatever we do in gem damage. Another 14. So about 90 million that way. Pretty solid, right? You can definitely add some plates to it. You could use a rumble plate. No reason why you wouldn't want to use a blue since it's primary color. That would be just fine if you wanted to. You could use a red, you could use a purple. It doesn't really matter. It'd be extra damage. Slow you down to extra damage. You could use Shades of Rains. We'll throw that on. Why not? That adds 100%. And I'm having a brain fart moment, but I want to say, yeah, Seamus Crown as well. There we go. And when you make 4 more cross breaks, increase your red gem damage by 150%. So that gets us 250% extra with those two. I can run it too. I'll take the ultimate plate off since a lot of people won't have Shades' Reign compared to Seamus Crown. So I'll take the ultimate plate off as well. After I run it this way with both. Very low cascade risk, but still risk, so I don't like it. Again, you can maybe 2-click with both of these plates, which we'll try, because that would be very fun to 2-click this way. So again, we have the 76 mil unblockable, and then we have however much damage we're going to do here. 24 million. It gets you up to 100 even. I don't know if it's going to be enough for us to 2-click because we lose Woods and we lose Kyrie, which is a decent amount of unblockable, and you can see the gem damage is not ridiculously stellar. So now we're going to have 48 gems at 1 million. So we're doing 48 mil unblockable because we don't have 50 now. So technically, instead of the Seamus Crown, you could put the anniversary plate on, but you'd only get one on the board. And you don't know what color it's going to be, so it doesn't really seem like it makes sense. I feel like the Seamus Crown, knowing they're all going to be red, plus is probably the better. I don't know that for sure. I mean, I could try it, but I don't. I think to me, it seems like it'd be a huge waste of an anniversary plate, to be honest. So there's that. And in this case, it would have went on a green gem. So 48 mil unblockable. Boom. And 20 million gem damage. So that's 68 million. So not really enough to 2-click, right? I wouldn't feel comfortable 2-clicking with that in feud at all. So you do have to risk the cascade. So let's, as promised, let me run it without this. It's not going to make a huge difference, by the way. The ultimate I took off, it won't be huge. It'll be some, for sure, but it won't be huge. Because it's only 100%. The Seamus Crown actually adds way more. We're back up to the major unblockable, the 76 mil. And let's see how much gem damage we get. 19 million. We didn't really fall off much taking that off. We got a better cascade. 96 mil, right? So we didn't fall off that much. So you can see, like, really the Seamus Crown is really about all you really need for that one, and then risk the 3-match. Again, it's very strong and very good. It's just not my preference, right? I wouldn't use... I've said lots of times with all the options I have to not cascade, I won't ever risk a cascade. It just... why? But I get it. It's pretty good. And it looks like... oh man, I'm a scrub. I forgot to put one of my moves in. Oh well, I'll fix it on the fly. Won't be the first time. Alright, anyway, we're going to do Snowfall Purple next. So he's got another build with purple. So we've had a blue, a red, and now here comes a purple. So lots of colors. This one I think will appeal to a lot of people. 2 1 MP moves. So, you know, I think people instantly think of Showdown when they think 2 1 MP moves. However, I will say in Showdown now, at least as you get higher, you're very much dependent on breaking through really strong defenses with high health. So I think as far as Showdown goes, there's actually been a slight shift to me in what's meta for Showdown, especially since now speed doesn't matter because you're not trying to maintain a streak. Speed only matters if you're trying to close a gap in the closing minutes of Showdown, which I think is much more rare for most of us. So what's more important is being able to do big damage to break through those ridiculously HP defenders or armored up defenders, right? So and I think keep that in mind too. So yeah, let's make sure I have the right finisher in, all that, and yes, we're good to go. Yep. All right. Brainbuster, increase your blue MP by 10. It's only 1 MP. Very strong move. 578k damage. Super kick, 1 MP move. 550k damage. Increase your purple gem damage by 375% for 1 turn. Does not affect bonus damage. Then deal 1.5 million damage. And make the top row into purple snowfall gems. Modifies all gems blowed into purple. Finisher, of course, is still the same one that we had, the reversal one. It's going to turn that top row into blue, and all the gems underneath it turn purple, right? So because you don't need an MP trainer, that has really nice value to me. That's always a good thing. Whether it's feud, whether it's showdown, it makes it really easy on your MP trainers for showdown, or I mean for feud, keeps it way more flexible. So right here, I just got Jacob 60% purple, Tough Here's doing 50, Stunning Steve 40 all color, and Zombie Brett for 40 purple, right? So pretty straightforward, just loading him up with gem trainers, right? None of the plates equipped are going to make any difference, so we can just run it. Very simple, very straightforward. And let's see what this gem damage pans out to on this finisher here. Nice cascade. You notice we did 52 million gem damage is all. So yes, it's 1 MP moves, but at least before adding plates, not that impressive to me at 52 million. Let's see what we can do with it. So I'll start off with the free option in the sense that you can obtain it free. It shows up in the showdown shop. It's 250k currency, which is a metric crap ton. Again, no snowfall plates. Where are they at, Scopely? It would certainly help the possibilities here. So the one in the showdown store is the Bubba's glasses, which I just need to track down here. They look like glasses. You'd think I would not go past it. Right here. Activate a purple move, increase your purple gem damage by 50%. We're going to activate 2 purple moves, so we're going to get 100% gem damage with the buff. Let's see what that does. So we did 52 million damage without this. Awesome animations, by the way. I haven't mentioned that, but Ray Fenix has some rock. 63 million is all. Ray Fenix has some rock star animations. Like they're like the only ones like it in the game on a few of them, and I have not called that out, and I should have. That's my bad. But his animations are fan-freaking-tastic. So yeah, knock that out of the park. Feel sorry for the mocap guys on some of these, huh? And then of course we can use the purple Royal Rumble for this build. There's going to be some comparisons I'm going to make to him with other superstars that already exist at the end, and kind of why I'm maybe not as high on him as a fighter, but I am very high on him as a coach. So do not like the defensive acro part, though. All right. Purple Royal Rumble. This is obviously going to do more. We're going to break 30 more gems-ish, give or take, more or less slightly, than we did with the other two. So I'm guessing like 80 mil-ish. I haven't tested it personally. I wait for to test most of the time with the plates until we get into the preview, so we get a good feel what they play like without. Yeah, what a sick animation. That's super cool. Here comes the purple Royal Rumble. Oh, big cascades. This is going to be a very nice hit. 99. That was super good cascade. I will run one more because that would be on the high end for sure. I cascaded on both. And there was a ton of purples on the board, so I want to run one more for you guys, because I feel like that would have, even though I clearly am not cherry picking because it's one continuous thing, that definitely is not the norm. Again, this moveset's very smooth, very easy to run. A lot of people won't care that the purple Royal Rumble adds a little bit of time. Doesn't add a lot, truly. Some people care about it, some don't. Big cascade there. I mean, this is going to be another really good hit too, so 97, slightly less, whatever. You probably go somewhere between 90 and 99 with that, with this kind of build then. That's 2's good enough. You're going to hit some, clearly, so that's fine. So yeah, pretty solid moveset, right? There's one more to go, and I am going to do some magic. Boop. No one saw anything. I could swear I made this tile ahead of time, but whatever. It's not showing up. All right. So, final moveset. This one is interesting. All right. We're going to use the Fenix driver, which you guys have seen. Actually, you've seen all the moves. We're getting a double buff in a board full of snowfalls with his primary color. So we're going to hit the Fenix driver, then we're going to increase blue MP with the Brain Buster, right? And then we're going to hit the Fenix driver again, and then we're going to hit the finisher. So it's 4 moves, unfortunately, but you get a nice big bufferooski. So you need to start with your blue loaded. Luckily, it's cheap at 5 MP. That's part of what makes him S+ tier, is the low charge moves, the 5 MPs and the 1 MPs. Blue moves start with 4 MP. Of course, your turn gives you 5, so he's loaded. The blue's loaded. And then we got Julius for 60% blue, 40 from Zombie Gunther, and Rainbow 40 from Stunning Steve here. So let's run this. Let's take the purple Royal Rumble off, though, first, because we don't want that going off. I mean, the correct plate to use would be the blue Royal Rumble. So, Snowfall, 110% blue buff. That's one move. Increase your MP. That's 2 moves. Snowfall again, 110% buff. Now we're up to 220. 3 moves. And then here comes Z4th. It only hit for 51 million with 4 moves, right? So that's a lot of work to only hit for 51 million. Okay. Now, let's run it with so there's a couple plate combos you could do. You could get 50% blue. You're hitting it twice, so you can get 100% blue with the free-to-play plate, right? Ultimate, the one you get from Invice free-to-play. I mean, you can obtain it free. It takes a lot of time and work, though, from Showdown to get 250,000 currency. It is the, what do they call this? I think it's the HBK one, the zombie HBK one. I forget the exact name. We have so many plates, I can't remember all the names. It's activated blue move, get 50% blue gem damage. Just blind. It's not equipped, is it? No, okay. That's the taker one. Where's the HBK one? Really bite. Red one. Green one. All of them but the... Do I not have... There it is. The Heartstopper. Whenever you activate a blue move, increase your blue gem damage by 50%. So we're going to get 2 of those for the blue buff. So this will probably get us around 60 million, I would imagine. Bip. Boop. And here we go. Yeah, right around 60. So, it's okay. It's just kind of okay. Now, we can obviously use the Tiffy plate. It's Tiffy time. Timeless style. Whenever you activate a purple move, increase your blue gem by 250%. We're activating one. So let's get an additional 250%. See what that does. Oop, let's hit the move again. Get the buff. So let's see what we do. All right, getting a little better, 75 million. To be honest though, guys, I don't think we can take a move out of that with this plate, right? Because you could conceivably change Lawler for another 50% or 60% blue. I think 50 is the ones we have. I don't know. It could be 60. Anyway, and then just do the purple move and then the blue move. Let's just try one actually, because just for funsies here. I'll just use the first big blue gem damage I get to. Sure. But it's one less buff, so I don't think it's going to come anywhere near being enough. And then we'll throw on the Blue Royal Rumble. We also have less snowfalls on the board, as you can see. So that creates its own other list of problems. So I don't really see him as a 3-move candidate with this moveset. We ended up okay there, really okay. But again, 55 million, so I think it's kind of out of the question with blues, right? So now the only thing that's left is to take off Timeless Style and throw the Blue Royal Rumble on. And then I will give you guys my final thoughts. Honestly, the fighting is not impressing me so far. He does have uses, though, and he can do a lot of different things, so there is that. Why am I so blind? Blue Royal Rumble, it's literally blue. There it is. Alright, guys. Buff. And then we're going to hit the MP up again. Also, I want to clarify the base damage is there, right? The plates aren't. That, like, there's plenty of S pluses that release at this damage ratio, but you have so many more options, right? You take the counter of Snowfall is Pyro Gems, right? Snowfalls go down, Pyros go up. We have amazing plate options for Pyros that add 500%. For Snowfalls, we got nothing. Absolutely nothing. So it's not really a fair comparison to him. It's not that his kit is bad or he plays bad. It's just there's no plates. And he needs plates to get him where he needs to go. That increase the damage. So there's just way better options out there, in my opinion. Especially when you're talking about having to hit 4 moves. This is going to be better, though. Yeah, 92 million, so whatever. It's nothing special, right? We got close to 100 with the purple set with 3 moves. This one, right here, right? And that with the purple Royal Rumble, that honestly seemed to be, to me, his best set. It's the fastest of them, and it hit the hardest, right? And it doesn't need MP trainers. So for me, that's currently the winner with the plates we have. And I think that's more his problem, is that there are no really good plates, really strong plates. Now, what does he do, right? And I want to call out a few things here. I did a good job waiting till the end for my final thoughts. So with this moveset, he's buffing blue gems. So you have a gem buff and an MP increase. That's two possible reversals that you see a decent amount. MP up is like CM Punk as an MP up reversal, and then gem buff is every Hall of Famer. I know there's more besides CM Punk, I just am not thinking of it right off. So those are two reversal points. And who is a acrobat that has a gem buff and an MP up that hits insanely hard with 4 moves? That would be Muda. Muda is 100% who I would take into Showdown over this guy. Yes, he can start with 1 MP on this move that hits for 100 million, but Muda's going to hit for like 300 million. So I don't see Ray, also no hot tag, which I think is a miss on a 1 MP guy to not have a hot tag potentially, or other Showdown. Everything for Showdown seems like a miss to me. So I don't see me ever using him in Showdown over other acrobats I have. And then also, like I talked about a little bit earlier, alluded to, part of Showdown now is really getting those wins against those really stingy defenses. This last one I ran Hall of Fame Goldberg a bunch. You can't do anything against a Hall of Famer with the gem buff guy. So I don't see the Showdown for him like a lot of people are going to say with the 1 MP moves. Yeah, you'll be able to use him. Honestly, you know what I see him for with the 1 MP moves? I see him as a stupid steel cage, the Voldemort mode specialist, right? He doesn't need an MP trainer. Entourage doesn't matter really as much for him because he doesn't hit super hard anyway. So there's no really good plates for him, right? So he seems to me more like a Voldemort mode character. No healing or anything like that in his kit. He does have a lot of versatility though. I would love the cross break move. I don't understand why an S plus has a choose here, to be honest, guys. I don't know why this isn't a 5 MP red that gains 5 red MP, right? In today's game, on a S plus tier, to make this a choose on, to me, what is by far his best moveset with the unblockable is just a huge miss. That is the one thing I would change on him. That change would make him somebody I would use all the time, right? With the unblockable and stuff in feud, then I would be happy to use him. But having to choose, no, I'm never choosing with someone in feud personally. You might, and I might be missing the boat there, and that's cool, right? I do like that you can use him potentially for purple in boss, but let's talk about another acrobat who can do purple boss, and that would be Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu can hit much harder than him. Defensive acrobat. I would much rather take Jacob up for purple boss. And to be fair, also to get through those tough Showdown defenses, people usually put their multiply down coach on them, so that's also a problem with Fatu. But Fatu also is a defensive, can be a defensive nightmare in Showdown as well. So I feel like he gets the nod there. And well, this guy's kit is very like, has a lot of stuff, a lot of really cool stuff, a bunch of different colors, right? None of it is outstanding to me. And that's really, I think, where he falls short, especially as an S+. He's kind of good at a lot of different things, but he's really master of none. And so is he usable? 100%. If you're a Ray Fenix mark, I mean, go for it, right? Like, he's completely usable in today's meta, but to me, he's not a power card, right? It's not somebody... the only reason I want him, literally, and the only thing I would use him for, other than when I'm required, and maybe in Voldemort modes, is his coach. And that's, I think, really what saves him is the coach, because this is kind of something I super duper want. Who doesn't want to do 126 million unblockable bleed damage with Dudinator, you know? So that's what I got for you guys. Like, I wouldn't put him in my conversation of my top acrobats, I don't think, simply because what does he bring to the table that I can't do better with other people? I don't think he does any one thing better than any of the other acrobats necessarily. And maybe I could be wrong there because he's got the 1 MP moves, you know? So I could be off. Maybe I'm not feeling it with him today, which is sometimes the case. See Shobo Gunther, who's better than I initially thought, but that's mostly because we had so many chances for Yeet Drips, and when he came out, I thought it was very unlikely that you would have many extra E drips, and you know. So I don't really like Penta either. You know what I mean? I actually don't love Cena, although he's very usable. My free-to-play loves him. Mherex, not so much. Honestly, this is stupid, but with It's a Trap, I kind of actually really like Seth, but you got the same kind of issue with Multiplies, but it's kind of faster, easier, hits very similar. Muda, of course, for the purple gem damage, I mean, Muda, right? And with the gem buff, he's just better, maybe slightly slower, yes, but significantly better as far as output. Acrobat for males is actually pretty not good. Macho, actually, with all the stuff, gears, moments, and stuff, can hit pretty good. Jacob, I still think, is better than Macho. You know, I like both of them better. Certainly CM Punk I like more. He's got a couple different build sets, can smack. Leo can actually do some really good stuff too, plus of his coach ability. Devon is way better, especially if you have a Punk's gauntlets, right? Like way, way better. I think I could maybe make a case that I'd rather use HBK potentially. Close, maybe not. That might be stretching it. So, I mean, Acrobat generally males is the weakest class. So it's kind of disappointing for me that in what I consider the weakest feuding class for me, he's not somebody I'd even consider using for feud. So to me, it kind of feels like a miss. In fact, most of the time, guys actually don't feud with an Acrobat, period. And like I said, there's already, in my opinion, better ones than him. Do I think he's good? Yes. So please don't think I'm hating on him. He just doesn't blow me away at anything. And yeah, this is way too long. So let me know what you think in the comments, and remember to like, subscribe, and share. If I missed the boat on anything, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. I'm up for it, right? I have my way of looking at the game, and it doesn't mean it's right. It's just what works for my brain. So thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there. Oh yeah, you should like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. And this dude's animations are dope. Aside from the coach, the animations are dope.